Okay, welcome. I have changed my chart a little bit. I've got a bunch of stuff on there, so let's go over it. Today, I'd love to chart out a popular song called "I'm Yours" by Jason Mraz. So I've got the YouTube video pulled up here. But before we get into that, look here. I've created boxes along the staves. These are the bars. These are the measures. So we'll refer to them as measures or bars now, because that's what they are, measures and bars. And in my on my page, you can see that they're numbered, and it's always good. Those are informal numberings. Those are just what I see. If I were to print this out, you will not see those. It's just so that I can keep my place. But on the page, you'll see bar numbers at every line. That's just a good guide. So if we're in the middle of the chart somewhere and we need to go back, I can say, hey, let's start at bar 9. Or if I say, hey, at bar 10, do something, we can at least find bar 9 and then go to bar 10 and know that that's the bar that I'm talking about. Or I can say on the third stave, 1, 2, 3, second bar in, or second measure in, still referring to that bar right there. Okay, so I've created some measures up at top. The things that we assume in music are that for each stave there are going to be 4 bars. And we like to keep our charts 4 bars per stave because music is done in 4, 8, and 16 bar phrases. That's just generally how it is. There are exceptions. When we have to make certain markings on our charts, like shorthand, and we have to fit a couple more bars in on the same stave so that we know it's part of the same phrase. We'll get into that later, but right now we're going to assume that every stave has 4 bars. It's easy on the eyes because you can see, okay, I know this is 4, this is 4, this is 4, so you just do math, 4, 8, 12, 16. So from here to here I know it's 16. From here to here I know it's 8. And again, we need to get used to feeling 4-bar phrases right there, 8-bar phrases, or 16-bar phrases. Those longer phrases are harder to feel. But if you know music and you're familiar with songs and how they work, you can feel and hear the changes in each section by the singing, the cadence of the lyrics changes, or the music itself changes, or an instrument comes in. They all happen at beginnings of sections. Okay? So let's start with our intro. So you're going to put 4 slashes in every measure because that's how many beats are in each measure. And this is how we count from the beginning of the chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And if that's the tempo of our song, then that's literally how fast we can read through the chart. We can't get through the chart any faster than the tempo of the song. And Jason Mraz's song is slow. It's a 1, chicka 2, chicka 3, chicka 4, chicka 1, chicka 2, chicka 3, chicka 4. So you can see how long we're hanging out on this stave. This is the intro, boom, and sing, chicka 2. So he's singing here. So it took us a while to just get through those first bars. But you know that because now that's the rule. As fast as your tempo is, that's how fast you can count. At the end of this section, this intro, I put a little double bar line. And so if you're writing a chart, go ahead and just put a second line on the inside of the outside line. What it does is it kind of creates a bold type to say, hey, you're coming up to the end of a section. Something new is going to happen. And another way I mark something new in a new section is putting a box with an A in it, which gives us a rehearsal letter. It not only does it help, it adds to the visual that this is a double bar line and this is a new rehearsal letter. And we usually don't start rehearsal letters at the top of the chart. That's assumed as the intro. So bar 5 is going to have the box with the A, that's letter A, and we're at bar 5, and then we start counting at bar 5, and Jason starts singing at bar 5. And he sings his verse, which is an 8-bar phrase, which I'll show you in a second. And at the end of that 8-bar phrase, he goes to the chorus, which we recognize as I Won't Hesitate. And so I put a double bar line at the end of the A section as the verse, and I put a rehearsal mark on the next section, which is the chorus. So cool. Let's follow along. here it comes for the top of the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So see how long we're hanging out here. Double bar line, new section. 1, you sing. 2, 3, 4. 1. Next line. See how it changes at the end of every 4 measures. Double bar line coming up. 4, a 1, 2. This is the chorus. And 17. 18. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and at the end of that, new section. Music comes in. So we do the same thing again. Now, I'm not going to do any repeats or anything. I'm going straight through because I want to reinforce the basic rule that we are to count from left to right, all the way to the end of the song. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 staves on my first page. I have right here is my intro, or I'm sorry, right here is my verse now, 8 bars, and right here is my chorus, and my chorus was 8 bars long. So now I'm going to go to, what he does is he goes back to a verse, and so I'll go to the next line and put my rehearsal mark there, verse. Now, I can pretty much, because this is pop music, assume that this verse is going to be the same as that verse. And let's just go out on a limb and say, hey, I bet after verse 2 there's going to be a chorus 2. Okay? And let's put a rehearsal mark there. So let's move on and see what happens. 2, 3, coming up on C, 1, 2. This is verse 2. 1. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved. Oop, what's this? Are we not? 3, 4, 1. Okay, so as you can see, that got weird. I was all the way over here, and he was not done in this section at all. Okay, and just because the music stopped does not mean I stopped counting. Counting happens all the way through. Even if you hold a long note and you don't play anything, you're still counting to 4. So what happened was they added a bar. They added a bar in that section. Why? Just because he wanted to. So let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another bar. 2, 3, 4. Then he goes to the chorus. Okay? So now you've got to make room for 5 bars on this line because it's all part of the same phrase. I don't want to put this on the next line and then put it by itself and then go to the next. Just combine it in with these 4 bars. So that love, 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 29, 2, 3, 4, and then there's another chorus. Cool. So now we're on to chorus 2. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'm sure there's no need to 35. So as you can see, you get the idea. We're counting to 4 over and over and over. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm reading a chart. I'm going from left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here.